Hello, chat. Not gonna lie, I am very tired. I think I went to bed around like 3 a.m. and my cat woke me up at like 5. Like I barely slept. I haven't slept since. Oof. Good time to be streaming, am I right? It's currently 9 a.m. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm very tired. My favorite InfoSec VTuber. Thank you. Same. Oh god, I'm so tired. Alright, so right, I forgot I had the browser window up. So we are gonna be looking at CrimsonRAT. CrimsonRAT, for those who don't know, CrimsonRAT is a proprietary rat used by Transparent Tribe. It is a Pakistan APT that primarily targets Indian government and army, I think. If you want to look up more, you can always check Malpedia. Where is it? God, I'm having brain farts. Transparent Tribe, that's it. Yeah, they're also known as Operation C Major, etc., etc. In case you don't know, Pakistan and India have always had this awkward relationship where they're constantly attacking each other. And they both have APT groups that like to target each other. Yeah, something that's been ongoing for a long while. Not a whole lot of people pay attention to them, mostly because their rats aren't usually not that interesting. And their TTPs as well. Hey, good day to you too. Hello, Silver Bullet. Anyway, so for our sample today, I'm mostly gonna be looking at white samples. So the one I chose was the one for decoy. So this one from October 9th was the one we're gonna be looking at today. It is inside a macro-enabled document. Yeah, this is a bit. It's not like a new sample or anything. It's like dated quite a while ago, like I would say about 6 months ago. Mainly just because I want to show you guys what's usually like for how these payloads are usually delivered. You know, aside from the usual EXEs and whatnot. Okay. I'm gonna post a hash in chat. You guys, if you want to look that up, feel free. It's probably on VT as well. Oh yeah, by the way, a little update before we go on. Remember how last time we went on Yara Hub to do a hunting? Yeah, that's already here now. So you can also go to my profile. For my Yara Hub profile, it is enabled. Like, it is available to the public if you want to view it. Here, I'll also post that in chat. The Red Line Stealer Yara rule that we made last time has matched 42 samples. I wonder how big their database is, though. It doesn't say how big their sample base is. I know for VT, a year worth of sample is like 1.3 PB or something. I'm sure their abuse.ch's database is probably not that big, but it still seems like decent amount since, you know, hunting took a little while last time. On VT, the 1.3 petabyte sample hunt is usually like 4 hours. I don't know how long this took. Anyways. Alright, so let's paste our sample in here. By the way, I can't see the Twitch dashboard, so I don't think it's gonna matter too much, thankfully. I can still look at chat, so it's whatever. Twitch has had this problem where it does not let me log in. New subscriber time? Hello. Papa Boy, hello. But yeah, Twitch is not letting me view the dashboard. It's just saying something. Wait, did I not? Oh shit, did I not make a checkpoint? I made a checkpoint before the stream started and then reverted. I thought I made a checkpoint. Apparently not. Is Python here? Shoot. Okay. Let's redo that real quick. I meant to install... Hello. Thank you for the follow on Twitch as well. Anyways, so... Let me grab my Python real quick. Also, hello, Conchu. Hello. Let me install Python real quick. I meant to install that before the stream. I actually did that, but I didn't save the checkpoint. Good job, me. I know the text is gonna be small for now. Don't worry too much about it. We can zoom in later. For now, I just want to install Python real quick. Okay. Now let's remember to remove Python this time. The installer. Also, another thing I want to do real quick is pull this down here at the tray. Discover you through cybersecurity related tweets. You helped me learn. Thanks. Thank you too for watching. Start time. Let's also install a few things over here, I guess. Because I apparently forgot to install a few other tools last time. So let me do that real quick. Settings. Close your eyes real quick. Don't look at this. Oh, wrong one. I meant to do two. Okay, you guys didn't see anything. Right? Okay, another thing. Let's see. I want to install... Oh, dump. Can I not zoom in from here? You know what? Let's install terminal over here, I guess. Just to make my life a little easier. Or at least make it easier for you guys to see. No thanks. Get out of here. Get. No thanks. Okay. Is it not gonna let me install? God damn it. Okay. Let's install that through store.rgadguard.net. And then Microsoft Terminal. Or Windows Terminal, same thing. Oh god, I love ads. So put that in there. Oh my god, get out of here. So MSIX bundle. Yeah. And I also need the VC libs. Allow. And while we're here, let's install LE tools. Sorry, I did this before the stream. I just forgot to create a checkpoint. What else is it gonna do? Also, do I have scoop? No, I don't. Fuck it. Let's install scoop real quick. So is Windows Terminal okay? It looks like it hung. It's still doing this thing, right? I think. Oh. Requires OS version higher than. Oh god. Okay. So it does not want to let us install terminal. Okay, it's okay. Whatever. Cannot zoom in here. I guess older Windows version does not allow me to do that. Okay. I guess we'll do defaults, font, 20. Properties, font, 20. Okay. If you guys ever want to install Scoop real quick, you just do arm get.scoop.sh iex. And remember to set execution policy to remote sign. Right. Yep. I feel like that font is still too small. Let's do 24. Nope, still too small. 28? Oh, 32. Yeah, it's a little better. Okay. Scoop. Install unique git and 7-zip by default. If you want to add new buckets. So the reason why I'm installing Scoop is because I want to grab a few additional tools as well. Yeah, I meant to do that before stream. Oh, well. Well, at least it's a good chance for people to hop in, I guess, while we're waiting. So I was thinking maybe I take a tour to the Taipei Underground Mall later today. I kind of want to get like a few things fixed, and the reason why I'm going there in the first place is because I want to fix the DualSense I have. I've tried everything to fix it, and the repairs keep failing. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna take a professional. It's a bit far though. It's like an hour and a half away. And the reason why I want to get the DualSense fixed is because I keep having troubles with the Xbox face prompts. For whatever reason, I keep having trouble memorizing the face buttons on the Xbox controllers. Yeah, it really throws me off in Infinite Wealth. Bucket, add. What was it again? Let's see, known. Oh, it's bucket. Add sys internals. We also want to add Nersoft real quick. And Nersoft. Can we put on something a little less ominous? Let's see. Oh, Kirby. That should be better. Scoop. Install Mirror Launcher and auto runs. Rockmon. Is it not Mirror Launcher? What? guess not. Oh, fine. Let's just do our runs in Procmon real quick. Okay. We'll pin those to taskbar for future use. I'm gonna make all run as admin. Yep, set EULA. One more, Procmon. Okay, good, good. Okay, is there anything else I want? I think that's it. Okay, shut down. Okay, let me make a checkpoint. Okay. Okay, now we can actually start looking at the samples. Okay. So, let's copy our sample in here. Extract here, infected. So, before we continue, let's inspect our document real quick. Let's do 36. So, if you want to inspect the OLE objects within a document, for any document type that includes docx, doc, or macro-enabled documents, you can do OLE. If you want to see the macros, you can do OLVBA and select the docm. Now, where are you gonna get OLVBA? You're gonna have to install OLE tools via. Didn't we do that earlier? Python install. Yeah, you're gonna have to install OLE tools via Python package manager, and after that, you should have OLE series of commands. And the one we want here is OLVBA. So that'll tell you every piece of macros that's going to be in here. Alternatively, you can also view that within Word. However, that's not always going to work because some of them are password protected. Now, let's see what's in the macro real quick so we can sort of quickly understand or guess what it's going to do. So the reason why I expected this to have macro is because the file extension is docm. Docm is document, both macro. Word macro enable document. Okay, the music is a little too loud. Okay, so when you open up the document, there are a few events that will trigger a few different functions. For example, when you open a document, it'll trigger the function document open. And here we can see that it's calling that. If we scroll up, we can find that it's this thing here. Now we can also copy all of these to... I think I have VS Code installed, right? I don't? Really? Oh yeah, also internet is enabled. Oops. I'm going to turn that off. I guess I don't have Codium installed. I thought I did. Well, might as well do that, I guess, to make your life a little easier. At least make it easier for you guys to see. Just copy all these. Launch podium. Okay. There we go. So, can I turn that off? Minimap, thank you. Okay. And then we turn on line warp so you guys can actually see what's going on. Okay, so it calls this function, and it's going to create shell application. You can see that it creates, so you can rename this to something a little bit more readable. So we can see that it creates a new, it's trying to create a new string that points to user profile, WRDIX, and time. Okay, let's just say, let's call this folder target dir. How about that? So it creates this. It's also going to create that directory. It's going to copy the current document to the target directory. Replace the string, replace the string in the name. Oh, so actually, wait. It actually extracts the current document. So, a little quick lesson, if you, in case you didn't know, all the docx and docm, newer formats of docm. Docx is basically all of the Microsoft document X formats. It's basically a glorified zip file, so you know everything is actually stored in here. And here it actually extracts the folder. It takes the OLE object within, and then rename it as exe, and then it drops the decoy document to user profile documents. Okay. So let's see if all of that is correct. So let's open up our user profile. Let's also open up our documents. And now let's launch the document. We're gonna let it enable content. As you can see, it did a copy operation there. So it copied the actual decoy document into the documents folder, and it dropped. What was it again? User profile WRDIX. Is that a thing here? Oh yeah, here it is. So as you can see, it actually dropped a few temporary files. So these are the files that are supposed to be within the document. Actually, the current document here. It dropped the OLE object.bin, and then it seems to rename it to this. So it also launched the backdoor here, as you can see. Got launched. The parent process is WinWord, so we reset source here. You'll see that, yeah, it got executed by WinWord. So there are a few things you can do about, you can go about preventing this from happening. So first of all, I believe macro is disabled by default in newer versions of Office now. I think starting from earlier last year. So this in theory should not be happening, or unless you explicitly disable, unless you explicitly enable macro support. Otherwise, it's very hard for you to accidentally trigger macro-based malware these days. That said, I know a lot of people somehow still use like very old version of Office. Please don't do that. Another thing you can do is Defender actually has a thing that protects against this. You can do that by enabling the attack surface reduction rule for Office series. It's actually included in the Microsoft Security Baseline. Basically, there is an ASR rule that tells Defender to prevent these Office suites from executing external files. So, for example, if it were tried to start a different application, such as this backdoor here, Defender would just pop up and say, "Hey, you can't do that." That ASR rule also can sometimes interfere with legitimate macros that relies on external applications. I believe the ASR will also show ASR warning will also show up if you try to like open up anything that opens up an external browser or something. Why is it bad to use old Office? Mainly because they're usually out of date. As in, some of the much older Office suites, they no longer receive security updates. And in the case of actually disabling macro support by default, you probably would not get that security update if your Office is like super old. I believe that it retroactively got applied to Office 2016 and up. I'm not sure, but yeah, if your Office suite is much older, you'll actually not receive any of those updates. And macro support is one thing, or rather, explicitly enabling macro support is one thing. Another thing is there are a lot of exploits that still work if your Office version is super old and it hasn't received security updates in a while. A lot of zero-click or one-click Office-related exploits still work. So, for example, I think what was it again? Felina, and I think remote template injection might not work in the latest version, but that will definitely work in older versions of Office. I'm not sure if remote template injection is actually still a thing. It probably is. Whatever. Anyways, my point is, yeah, don't use like super out of date stuff. You'll no longer receive security updates and whatnot. Alright, so now we know where the... first of all, before we can go on, there's also another thing that's very important for you as a researcher, is to look at the decode document if it comes with one. So you'll have a somewhat of a good idea as to who the victim target might be. Here it's showing a math assignment. And you can see that the assignment is meant for this college for women in Delhi University. And Delhi is a major city in India, I believe. So this is also how you know that is specifically targeting India. Alright, so now that we know that a rat is dropped, let's terminate both of these real quick. Let's take a look at the actual rat itself. So, I already know it's a .NET application, but in case you couldn't figure it out, first of all, in Process Explorer, it'll tell you it's .NET. If the role is labeled with this dark green, then it means that it has .NET modules within the memory of this process. But if not, yeah, if you still can't tell, you can always just use Detect Easy, and it'll tell you, hey, it's .NET. So in that case, let's open up DNSpy. Going into this, we already knew what CrimsonRAT is. CrimsonRAT is a very infamous .NET written malware from the Transparent Tribe APT group. So, since we already know that it was gonna be CrimsonRAT based on the report, or rather based on the source where we got it from, since it's already labeled as CrimsonRAT on abuse.ch, we can already safely tell that it's gonna be a .NET thing. Alright, and as you can see, that is a WinForm application. Let me zoom that in real quick. See that it's got various forms. So it's going to run form 1. So it starts here. Calls a timer. Just calls this. I have not seen this malware in detail before, by the way, so we're going to be watching, or we're going to be checking this at the same time as you guys. So, I actually did peek a little bit earlier. I saw a bitmap here. Since, you know, in the resource section, there's this large bitmap here. It's probably going to use this. So it opens up a bitmap. Here, we can rename our function real quick with Alt-Enter. So let's call this open bitmap. Now we'll do Control-Shift-R to see where it got called from. Here. If that. Gonna try to get this thing streamed. That's a TCP client. So I assume it's gonna use. Let's rename this real quick. Read by here. So it's gonna connect to that. This. Which I assume is a C2. And so let's start real quick. We know the C2 is probably going to be offline by now since it's been like 6 months since this was uploaded. It's gonna call after a while, I assume. So it won't call that immediately. While that's running in the background, let's keep looking. Alright, there we go. Locals. We want to look at debug, watch. I want to look at EIRERRIF. I want to look at .main WTP. Wait, no, that should be BD23, right? Is BD23 again? Okay, so it's that. So we know the C2 is gonna be this, which once again is definitely gonna be offline now. Might as well keep that here, keep our finding here. It's gonna connect to that C2, which we know is definitely offline by now. That's okay. Even with the C2 being offline, we can still look at what this thing does. So let's go back here real quick. So we know this thing is probably going to be handling the response from the C2. So let's just say parse command code. If going offline after 6 months is expected, what's the average time for them to be online? It really depends. Usually not much longer than after like a week or two. If they manage to get their victim they wanted, they'll usually deploy the next stage payload, which is usually gonna be on a different C2. So usually for deploying RAT like this, the C2 is not going to be online for long, mainly because especially if it's been discovered and published online. If the sample was never discovered and never put online, then it is more likely for it to stay up longer. But once it's been exposed and once people start spreading the ILCs around, usually they won't stay online for too long. Usually. That is for the case of APT though. For other organizations, that can afford to have your C2 up for much longer, usually it doesn't matter to them. So like I said, it depends. For APT groups like these, usually once they've got their victim, this same C2 probably won't be up for very much longer. Especially once, you know, other researchers and VMs start connecting to it. Okay, so let's see. I guess I'll name it that. I don't know. Actually, it should be in camel case. The reason why people don't chase after this group much, or rather talk about this group much, is mainly because their rats are, relatively speaking, very easy to analyze. So in the case here, you can see that none of this is really quote-unquote obfuscated. Like, yeah, there is some obfuscation, but like you can clearly tell all of these were done by hand. And even if you were to consider this obfuscation, it's really not much. It's very easily reversible. Like, I can already figure out what's what, and etc, etc. So I think I can rename this. Signature. No, params. Right. I want to replace that with target path. No, easier to read. Humanize. Get humanized file size. Wait, so what's this bitmap for? Oh. Oh, it just saves. the target file and the size. No, it just saves the target file name, date, and size as a GIF. Alright. Get target file size. Get target file info. Okay, I guess that's processes the file information. What's this? It takes the input string, split it by that, convert it to an int. Okay, what for? Okay, we'll come back to this, I guess. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be read by what? Huh. Okay, I'll come back to this later. Get processes. You can see that some of these method names are actually very similar to what they originally were. So this also tells me that they basically just took the original name and then added a few more characters and called it a day. That's so lazy, dude. So this takes a screenshot, right? Take screenshot. We call that target height. So this thing really just sets the set screenshot height. Take screenshot. Okay, that sets the persistence. Set run key persistence. Set per via registry. Okay. Download to local. This just takes a screenshot again. What? How is that different from the other one? Oh. Okay, well, the other one has that while loop. Let's just say take screenshot force. Is that what CrimsonRAT is? It's this simple? Like, this is somehow worse than your average redline stealer. Get list drives. Oh, list drives. Get drives. File details? Get file details. Get system info. This is... was this? No idea. I'll come back to this later. Get directory files. List directory files. Upload file to C2. Right? Read all bytes. Yeah, it just moves that to C2. Get current executable path. Actually more like directory. Write exe. Is that just read files again? What's the difference? Yeah, we'll call that upload file to C2 alt, whatever. Delete file. I think this is get directory recursive. Wow, that's it? I mean, that's a very, very simple rat. It gets the job done, I guess. I feel like this is more like a first stage rat than anything. Although, as a first stage rat, it does quite a bit. So, to explain what I'm saying. So, usually when deploying various malwares, this was what we call basically initial entry. Let's see. So usually when an attacker wants to get access to the system, they'll deploy a first stage rat or first stage anything really before they deploy the more versatile or the rat they want. Usually the first stage rat will contain very, very few features. Fewer the better, because that usually leads to a lesser chance of a detection. Fewer features means it's a lot less easier to get detected by EDRs and whatnot. For this rat though, it is decently comprehensive for... I'm not even sure if this is supposed to be a first stage rat, or if they genuinely just use this as the rat they want to use. This even got like setting up persistence and taking screenshots and whatnot. It's relatively complete. I wouldn't say complete. It's a relatively more feature-packed for a first stage RAT. For it to be a complete RAT, usually I would like to see a remote shell, but I'm not seeing any so far. And yeah, I'm also surprised that there is like not a whole lot of I'm surprised even the command codes. Like everything is like through plain text. Like yeah, the strings are encoded, but like that's like barely any encryption. It's just encoding. That's about it. This is personally why I haven't looked at their stuff in a while. It just seems kind of boring compared to the other stuffs I tend to see. That being said, I guess we can also note down what has been shown here. So, C2. Let's note down a few things. For example, the hash for the... No, not you. Oh, I did not install Open Hash tab. Oh, damn it. Okay, well, we can still do get file hash. That. Let's also do one for the LE object because it's not quite the same thing. Hash. SHA-256. Let's copy that real quick. Is this thing already on abuse.ch? If it isn't, we can just throw it up there, I guess. SHA-256. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. I guess we can also note down the features. Actually, we can just call them command codes. I mean, I think it's going to be very unlikely that they're going to reuse the same command codes. Actually, let's not keep the command codes. Let's just note down what's included. So, get file info, take screenshot, get processes. What's the difference? Can they both get processes? Huh. Set persistence via run key. Download, upload file. Get system information, so that includes what again? Oh yeah, get drives. So that includes the... Is that the version? UND 2.0. Sorry, un.d. Yeah, 2.0. When was this populated? Signed by that. Oh. We still don't know what that is exactly. Get directory. Optional recursive. It's getting hot in here. I'm gonna go turn on the AC in a little bit. So I think that's about it. I guess the next thing we can do is write a YAR rule. I don't know. Actually, before we move on to before we're at a YAR rule, I want to check other CrimsonRAT samples to see if it's also like this. Because if that's the case, that's like the most pathetic rat I've ever seen. Hello, morning, Rock. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a tiny little break. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, yeah, before we go on, I want to grab another sample real quick. See if they're all like this. Let's grab this one from December. Download. I'm gonna note down everything here. Elsewhere. And then we're gonna do a revert. Actually, before we do that, copy this cleaned one. I don't want to lose it. Revert. Here, selected. It's got a Gmail icon. Not sure what dropped this though. I wonder if it arrived as is. Because from Malware Bazaar, it doesn't have a parent decoy file, so... So, let's see if this other one is also the same. Oh, wow, it looks the same. Really? Are they really this incompetent? No way. It's ever so slightly different. Just gonna load this. Wow, it looks exactly the same. That is insane. Okay, this part is slightly different, but that's about it. We'll run that. Set a breakpoint there. Okay, this part is slightly different, like ever so slightly. I think even this part is slightly different. I'm gonna check. So grab the other file we had. Open with the nspy. What was it again? I feel like even the function names are roughly the same. Not you, you. This? Yeah, this. Is this the same? Because if it is, we could just write a Yahoo rule based on that. I think it is. It's the same. Wow, they're lazy. Well, alright. That makes my job easier, I guess. So, we can use the same way of writing IL, like last stream we did. And work from there. I kind of want to do something that's gonna get me in trouble on YouTube. I want to put on some songs that are gonna be get me DMCA claimed. Just so I have something nicer to listen to. Yeah, let's put on some Miku songs. Why not? I'm gonna get the MCA'd. Whatever, it's fine. Oh, wait, no. No, I probably shouldn't, because on Twitch, it's probably gonna mute the entire segment. Ooh. Okay, never mind. Don't do that. Well. What else can we listen to then? Am I gonna get DMCA if I put on Neuro's cover? Probably. Well, If the instrumental is close enough, probably, yeah. Lame. More game OST? Yeah. I'm just looking through what OST we can listen to that's not too intrusive to everyone's ears. Give me a little bit. Surely Animal Crossing you can't give me DMCA, right? What's Animal Crossing's Japanese? Shoot. Japanese. Because the album title is in Japanese. What? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, C# makes my life a little easier to look at them.
Oh me, oh now me, oh me, oh me, oh me, oh now, not me.
I can probably do like. Hang on. Sharp. So it takes 5 bytes. It makes a new 5-byte array. I can probably start from here.
Oh me, oh now me, oh me, oh me, oh me, oh now.
That should work.
Not me, quit me, oh not, oh me, oh me, quit now.
Oh wait, I roll back VS Codium again. God damn it. I need to remember to install VS Codium for next stream. Restore connection real quick. Because I want to install WowLS. I think we also need to install it for Python, yeah. Python... Was it Yara Python or Python Yara? I can never remember. I think it's Python Yara. No, it's not Python Yara. Yara Python. Yeah, that's more like it. 4.5.0. There we go. also need the Python language server. Pylance? There we go. So CrimsonRAT.yar. So let's install Yara from InfoSec intern. Okay, here we go. Author. Oh, yeah, get out of here, not you. What was the last Yara we created? On stream. It was Redline, right? Matches CrimsonRAT. Today's date is 20. Malwarepedia family is probably gonna be CrimsonRAT. Crimson? Win.crimson. Is it win.crimson? Yeah. Reference MD5. That. We also need a Yara Help UID. Where do I add one again? Copy. Here we go. So we can do that. So yeah, this should not have any conflicts. This particular instruction doesn't need to be too long because of the LDC I45 or the 1v1. Because I think that instruction is used to load a 5-byte integer, which is what this thing's doing. So this shouldn't need to be too long. Process command code. Format. Here we go. For why am I getting what was what happened to syntax highlighting here? Why is this one white? Why is this one red? What? Oh, whatever. So in theory, this should match both of them. So we do Yara CrimsonRAT dot. Where's Yara? What? Where's Yara? Screw it. Let's install it through Scoop. So disconnect. -s. Yep. And then we'll write 1 or 2 more. Before that, let's get back to here so we can figure out what the C2 was going to be. Oh, man. Where do I see where my current EIP is, or rather where I am in the code? Oh, I didn't know you can actually see the disassembly view. Huh. Okay, anyways, that's all I'm here for. Call stack? Oh, yeah. So we want to open up a watch view. And just copy paste this here. I said this. Oh, it's a dynamic DNS, huh? And then it's at 24.2b. That's gonna be 11.044. This was uploaded on when? I think it was like December. Let's see, what did resolve to it back in December? Relations. It was resolved to this quadranet IP. So you can probably safely assume it was this. That was the C2. Oh wait, there's an additional IP here. What's that IP for? So I guess it could be either that or the IP. What was the IP we pasted? Huh. Guess it could be those ports out too. How do you check the historic DNS record? You could just check VirusTotal for that. Wait. Wait, what? The IP was never used. Wait, no, it is. So how come we're getting... Oh, okay. So the way it's written, it's that it's supposed to use the DNS, because this one, it says it's being read from DNS address. 242B. No, I'm pretty sure it's 11.044, not 92.59. If you are seeing 9229, that's because you are reading it wrong. The 2 bytes should be reversed. Right? I'm not insane, am I? Let's see. Wait. How does .NET read? Oh, you know what? Let's just paste it in PowerShell. That's the easiest way to do that. Oh. Nope, I got it wrong. So the reason why I said it should be read as in reverse is because of the Indianness. But that's usually for networking related stuff in C. So in .NET, I guess I don't need to do that since it's already in the correct order. Okay, so it is 92, not 59 then. Okay, that's my bad. And then the other one we got was incorrect then. Well, oops. Sorry about that. I think you can also tell it to use... Yeah. There we go. That's correct. You can tell it to show in hex or not. So 9259 is correct, yeah. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, the way it's written, it looks like it'll never use this IP. I don't know what this IP is for then. I mean, I guess we can still know it down, I guess. What about the ports? What are these ports for? Just takes the first port? I guess it'll try all those ports. Ew, so the try catch. Oh, these are the attempts. Still, the way it's written, it's never gonna use the IP address, no? Okay, anyways. So, the ports, right? Yeah, so all of these ports will be tried. Okay, back to what I was doing. We were gonna look at the command handler and then write a rule from that. Yeah, this is exactly the same. We can also just write a rule based on that. Format. Oh, right. Oops. Forgot about the comments. Format. We know there's an integer. Wasn't there an integer? Oh, yeah, well, 124. So the 1F7C. That part we can leave intact. I don't know why I can't do Control Alt down in the VM. Like it gets blocked by the system or something. Weird. Yeah. And one more should do it. When I do any of the instructions when writing Yara rule, I tend to write at least 3. So that even 2 of them fails, there's going to be at least, hopefully at least 1 that matches. Okay, this get process. Actually, no. Before, I want to pick something a little bit more unique. Wait, was this here before? I don't believe we saw that last time, did we? So, hello Fumo. Thank you for your continued sub. Wow, 5 months. I think you're probably one of the most consistent subs I had. Thanks for the Prime. So get process by ID. We'll see if that was referenced. So this is the previous one. It was process. Yeah, this was not here before. Ah, okay, that's a new command. Wait. This processes the data. Oh yeah, I guess we can write a rule based on this as well. It's been annoying that there are these random NLP instructions that may or may not be there. I tend to avoid those areas. I guess that. Here's process. The background music as a mood. Yeah, I love KK Slider. Data. Okay. Oh, question mark. So that's gonna match the other one? It does. Wow. I'm kind of curious how many this is gonna match when once we do retro hunt on Yara Hub. I guess that's good enough. How long have we been streaming for? This probably didn't take long, right? It's only been less than an hour, less than 2 hours. Well, that's a bit disappointing, honestly. I was hoping to do something a little bit more. Probably gonna take a look at one more sample then. Let me first copy this Yara rule. Actually, before that, let's grab the third sample first. Guess we'll grab the latest one. The latest one was from a month ago, March 9th. You came in at the end of this one. I mean, it wasn't particularly interesting. Honestly, this is probably one of the least... this is probably like the laziest rat I've ever seen. $16.9 megabytes. Isn't that the same as the... Oh, no. Wrong archive. That's more like it. Wait, what? This is almost identical as the other one. Okay, let's grab another one. How about this one? What are these icons, dude? This one has a Gboard icon. Like, who's gonna fall for that? Apparently everyone. They must think their victims are dumb. And they probably are. Like, this one is the Gmail icon. This one's a Windows icon. What's next? Yes, let me run Gboard on my computer real quick. Look. Why is it a Gboard icon? Did it just run out of things to like pick? Looks legit. So let me guess, my Yara rule is gonna match that one as well. It doesn't. Right? Oh, no, that's because I didn't add recurse. Yeah, see, it does. Ah, of course. Well. What's the other one? This one. This one. Okay. You could probably write a static extractor if you wanted for this rat. I don't know how to do that for .NET executables though. Not. You probably could. I just haven't looked into it. Yep, same exact layout. Oh my god, dude. This is somehow less competent than some of the Chinese rats I've seen. Okay, so that... Look, even the IP address is like... They didn't even... They didn't even hide it. Join. So you're saying most Chinese rats are incompetent? No, they actually are fairly competent, for the most part. There are some incompetent ones, but like, for the most part, they are alright. But I'm saying like the least incompetent ones, the most incompetent one. Where are you getting these samples from? I got them from abuse.ch, so they are white samples that anyone can take a look at. There. So just look up tag CrimsonRAT. You'll be able to find them. All the samples I look at on streams are going to be white samples, and all the white samples I typically look at are usually from bazaar.abuse.ch. Ports. Sorry, give me a little bit. I'm compiling the stuff. Only just learned how to create ciphers into Instagram. Using a scheme I stole. It's a long road. Super interesting though. Yeah. Was this OS version thing here before? A lot of things you're saying I'm Googling. Oh, I hope you get something out of the stream, I guess, then. Although, if you have any questions, feel free to bring them up. But yeah, this confirms my theory that all of them look exactly the same. That means this Yarrow is probably gonna be quite universal. I wonder how far this traces back to. You know what, let's download, like, something from 2020. Is this gonna be just as bad? Is this gonna be, like, exactly the same from 4 years ago? So, download sample. If this Yarrow also matches this sample, then I don't know what to say, dude. It's supposed to be this one. Only 1.36 megabytes. No way. It matches? You're kidding. You're telling me they haven't changed the rat for 4 years? At least? Wow. They're really getting their mileage out of this, huh? Even this one is at least packed. This one is packed with smart assembly. So why'd they stop? Why'd they stop packing them? Weird. Oh, let's copy paste this. If you ever want to find the matches from Yarrow back into DNSpy, you You can just do Control Alt X or Control X to switch to hex view, and then you can do Control F, search, and then you can press F12 to jump back to the code. Yep, exactly the same as before, as the one we saw. It looks more jumbled up, but more or less it's still the same code. Since Smart Assembly doesn't really change the code structure of the code that much. It just makes it a lot more annoying to look at, but you know, overall it's still exactly the same. So that's why if the YAR rule should match if you wrote a good one. Yeah, I would say I'm decently happy with this YAR rule then. We're gonna upload this to our repository, and then we're gonna upload it to our YAR hub as well. Right. So, don't leak your API key. Don't worry, I specifically made it so that it's impossible now. Look. Can't see it. I told Ubok to hide that thing. Yeah. Right. So let's move the CrimsonRAT YAR rule over to our host. Where's the repository? Repos. Today is April 20th. We are going to upload this rule. That, yep, it's validating. Oh, I forgot to change the rule name. Oops. I probably don't want to call it my rule. CrimsonRAT. Well, we found a bug, guys. Apparently it does not handle this gracefully. It just spits it back to the user. Came for content, stay for music. Yeah, cake is lighter too good. We're probably gonna need to generate a new UID then. Generate UID. I can also just do that in PowerShell, but whatever. There's the chat is active over here. Yeah, if you look at the YouTube description, it'll say why I don't show YouTube chat. It's not that I don't want to, but Twitch policy. Okay. So now we've queued for hunting. Oh, don't let that do its thing. Now let's also compile our ILCs real quick. Just copy the ILCs from the last time. I know you guys can't see anything yet. Hang on. Oh yeah, by the way, what was the other version we saw? I forgot to check the version number. I think it's like... Somewhere here? This one's AW01. I guess this version number is more like a marker than a version number. Can we show the results for the red line yard from last week? Sure. Yeah. I did check them. They are indeed, or at least the ones I checked real quick, they are indeed redline like. You can view this rule result on my account page, which is public, or user profile. That should be public. Also, I'm not sure if it retro hunts. I think it just does live hunt instead of retro hunt, i.e. it doesn't scan samples from before. Hunting. Yeah, it only does live hunt. It doesn't have a retro hunt feature. Oh, man. That's kind of lame, actually. Ah, whatever. Understandable. Okay. So, I want to go back to the first rat for a little bit real quick. I want to look at... Where is it again? One where it stores the IP addresses? Here, right. We want to do char, and then we join. There we go. That's the IP address we're looking for. And then the other IP address here. Yeah, I can't believe they just leave their IP address, or rather the C2 as plain text. It's kind of stupid. Yeah, it's like you got an underscore in between, but like that doesn't really help. Of hiding the thing. Okay. So let's build our LC table real quick. Once again, this is all gonna be on the repository once we're done here. I wonder if there's an easier way to do this. Okay, having to do this by hand is a little bit annoying. Do C2. Oh wait, since the ports are all the same, I guess I can reuse it. Right. So I can just do this, do this. Yeah, that's much better. Lowercase. Okay. LC.csv. So when I open the Excel, it should look fine, hopefully. Yeah, it does. Okay. Paste. And now we'll upload it. Bit of a plain stream today, I gotta say. Just hoping to be challenged a little bit, but hey, it's fine. At least we know what it looks like now. Git commit. Git push. So now it should be on a REPL now. Is it malware lab? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, there we go. In case anyone wants to look at these, I guess. Yep. I guess this should be a little more descriptive. Next time, I should probably write something like matches out instructions of CrimsonRAT instead of just matches CrimsonRAT. Okay, so to recap what we've learned today, we've learned that CrimsonRAT is a stupid rat. Oh man. So let's go over its features again real quick. We know that I can get file info, get drives, get processes, get directories, get system information. Wait. Here we go. Okay, let's go over it again. So let's go over what we've learned today. So we've learned that CrimsonRAT is a very, very simple rat that doesn't even bother to obfuscate itself. It has the ability to get file info, get drives, get processes. In the layer versions that we saw, it also added the feature of being able to kill process, set persistence, take screenshots, download, upload, or delete files, get directories, and get system information. So I would say, in terms of a rat, it does almost everything that it sets out to do. But honestly, I'm a little puzzled by what the intention of this rat is, because it doesn't look like first stage rat, but it also doesn't look like the final rat you would deploy on the machine, because for a final stage, I expect there to be a remote shell, but there isn't any. For a first stage rat, it has way too many features to be considered a first stage. So yeah, I'm very puzzled by whoever's making this malware. Not only is it stupidly simple, it's barely changed over the last 4 years. And it's like super easily identifiable. And there's no encryption for the traffic. It's all through raw TCP socket. The best you've got is like encoded text in the data. That's about it. It's like if IT admins wanted, they could probably find this traffic relatively easily. So yeah, we've learned that somehow this rat is still in operation. I believe this is since the last sample was uploaded back in March. That means this Pakistan group is still using the same rat, which is I gotta say that's pretty embarrassing for an APT. Usually you would see a group use the same tool set only if it's like really, really good. Like it's oh, thank you for the prime. It still functions. I assume it'd be flagged insanity. Yeah, apparently. I mean, I have to imagine this is gonna get flagged by EDRs fairly easily. I don't know if Defender's gonna pick it up, but like surely. Actually, speaking of, let's take a look at the VT stats. Let's take a look at the latest sample on VT to see how many detections there are, and from what vendor. Yeah, 55 out of 71. That's fairly high. Wow. None of them specifically say they're. Oh, some of them say it's Crimson, but like not a whole lot, I believe. And only 2 of them say it's Crimson. Microsoft think it's. What does Microsoft think? Microsoft think it's Multiverse with a Z. Or what's this name? Anyways, yeah. Point is, there is no way modern EDRs aren't gonna pick this up. It's very silly. Oh, it has a parent. Oh, after all. Wait, do we get a screenshot of it? We don't. Well, I can't show you guys what the decoy is gonna look like, unfortunately, because don't think this sample is on Malware Bazaar, is it? Oh, it is. I guess I should have just searched by Transparent Tribe. Is there a rat for iPhone? Probably. I mean, the last major one we saw was Operation Triangulation from an alleged US-based APT group. Wait, what? Which one was the file I just extracted? DA. Oh. So it's supposed to be PPAM? Oh, it's a PowerPoint add-in. Enable macros. Policies. Army HQ and other part. What does APT stands for? Apartments? Hmm. Okay, so at least we can tell that this one is specifically targeted for Indian Army. I sure hope the Indian armies aren't falling for this. Okay, so yeah, it dropped the Gmail icon. Rat. Yeah, same method. It also extracts the documents and then extracts the the object within. Like even if this thing wasn't gonna be CrimsonRAT, this same behavior is still gonna can be easily defined with the Sigma rule. It's like I don't know how effective this rat is still gonna be, or this same attack method is gonna be after all these years, when it's probably been documented like so extensively. Very weird, I gotta say. Anyways, I guess that'll be it. We upload the LCs, we upload the ER rule. Yep. Alright, so I guess I'll take a few questions and I won't call it. I'm very tired. So for those who are new to the stream or just joined not too long ago, I barely slept last night. I think I went to bed around like 3 a.m. And then I got woken up by my cat, like 2 hours later. I haven't slept since. It's currently 11 a.m. I'm like super tired. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go to bed. Also, thank you for follow. My UEXY. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Thank you for follow. So I still don't think I can. Twitch still does not let me log into the dashboard. I legitimately cannot see the Twitch dashboard still. Annoying. Alright, so 2 things. I'm about to graduate with a university certificate in basic cybersecurity. The program's just getting started. What are things you think the entry-level candidates are lacking upon entering workforce? So This is gonna differ depending on which type of job you're looking to apply for. My current position is threat intelligence research, and in our position specifically, it's mostly that these newcomers are not exactly, they don't exactly know what threat intel is supposed to be or what it's about. And for example, when we have interviews and whatnot, when we show them like a sample, when they come back with the analysis results, they usually like skip over a lot of things what we consider to be basic or things that are must. And these typically are very small details, as in like, for example, if we showed you an email, and there is the malware is included in the email, a lot of people just go straight to the malware and then they ignore the email, and that misses a big. That's quite a miss, because you usually within the email you can usually tell who's the one that got the email, and that will usually reveal who the victim might be. So from that, you can be able to you'll be able to figure out what country might this be affected, and who might this individual be, or what are the potential victims. In our field specifically, again, I don't know about other titles specifically, but like in threat intel research, reverse engineering is just part of the job. It's not the whole thing. And I think a lot of people that are new to the field are paying way too much attention in trying to reverse engineer the malware itself rather than the whole bigger picture. So, for example, newer recruits, they might like spend like a day or sometimes even a whole week on one sample. That's way too long. You shouldn't put that much focus into reverse engineering RAT. While it would be nice to be able to figure out how the RAT works from top to bottom, it is usually not the main focus. Usually, if it's a RAT we've never seen, then sure, I guess spend like 2-3 days on it, but like hopefully no more than that. The gist of it is you just want to figure out what the C2 is and what are the potential command opcodes and roughly how it works. You shouldn't like all reverse engineer every single function there is in RAT. And next up is with how the entire security industry operates. When I first got in, I did not have the concept of confidentiality. One of the first things that you want to learn about in this field is what data are considered confidential and to what level. And we usually indicate this by something called traffic light protocol, TLP. And this is why in my streams you might have heard white, green, amber, red. These indicate very different levels of confidentiality. So let me bring it up real quick. I believe TLP was defined by CISA. Yeah. So TLP, there are two versions, I believe. I'm still mostly used to V1 because the V2s doesn't make a whole lot of sense. V2 is a bit weird. I prefer the terms used in V1, but that's it. I don't think there is a clear industry standard as to whether or not you should use 1 or 2. I personally use 1. The ones that are listed here is 2, but it's okay. I can still go over it from just 1. So TLP originally in V1 is called. This one is supposed to be called white. TLP white. Disclosure is not limited. So that means anyone can access this particular information. This is not limited to the community or any individuals. And next that would be green. Green is limited disclosure, restricted to the community. This would usually refer to files that are available on VirusTotal. So, or like something that is somewhat gated and is not available to the general public. So, for example, if you want to download samples from BT, you're going to have to need a membership. And this makes it somewhat gated, therefore being green. And next up will be amber. Amber would be limited disclosure, restricted to participants, organization, as clients. Now, in 2.0, there's one amber and amber plus strict, but generally, when I refer to amber, I usually mean this one, where it's like limited to you, your company, and your clients. And the highest will be red. Red will be not for disclosure, restricted to participants only. So that means you and your colleague, or you and your boss, and whoever told, sometimes not even your boss. It's limited to you and whoever told you that piece of information, and unless explicitly agreed by both parties, then you can have another participant. Is merely a guideline for access control. I would say it's a general guideline for access control, yeah. Wouldn't say this is necessarily standardized, or rather that every company has to adhere to, but it's just generally how we refer to confidentiality in this field. So, this is also another reason why I'm only allowed to talk about white. I'm definitely not supposed to be analyzing green samples or anything above, because that might get me in trouble with the company. Alright, let's move on to the next question. Next question, if I want to watch from REWorkshop episode 1, where can I go? You can check that on YouTube. However, the first episode is not that interesting. I want to reiterate that REWorkshop is specifically for reverse engineering in general. So that means it's not related to, it's not just strictly related to just malware. It can also be anything that's reverse engineering related. So for our first episode, we actually did a analysis on PowerWorld's safe system. Yeah, I should probably change the thumbnail of this one. It doesn't have the cyan border. That makes it a little less noticeable. But yeah, the first episode was on YouTube as well. You can find it under, just look up REWorkshop, you'll find it. For the first episode, we went over the PowerWorld safe system and how it works. So we basically spent the whole time just looking around in IDA and whatnot. I don't want people to think that REWorkshop is necessarily just malware related, because I do think there is some value in demonstrating reverse engineering projects in general. That said, I tend to pick malwares because those are the immediate most interesting and subject that I'm most familiar with. And also, I don't really know what other RE projects that might be interesting to most people. That's also another reason why I haven't chosen any other thing that's not malware related for the last 2 episodes. 5 a.m. for you. You haven't slept for 2. Why haven't you slept for 2 days? Is assembly language a must for this field? Depends. So there are 2 types of positions in threat intel. One is what we call a researcher, and the other is called an analyst. So some companies use that interchangeably. But for our purpose, we tend to split into two types of position. One is the research that gets into the nitty-gritty of the, for example, of how a malware works and how it gets deployed, how it reaches the system, etc., etc. And analysts are the type of people that look at the whole thing in bigger picture. They might not necessarily have the technical knowledge of understanding how this particular malware works from the inside, but they might be able to look at it from the more analytical perspective or literary perspective, where they might handle things like making the project more readable, making the report more readable for the general public, or looking at information operations or disinformation campaign, etc., etc. So that means if you don't want to look at the technical stuff, then technically assembly language is not a requirement, since you'll barely be able to spending time on those. That said, if you want to do the nitty-gritty research, then it is recommended that you at least have some sort of knowledge in assembly language. You don't need to be able to write it, you just need to be able to read it. Now, reading assembly language is really not as scary as it seems. A lot of times, you can just look at what that instruction is called. You can probably infer what the meaning of it is going to be. So, for example, if I see MOV, I know that's going to sound like move, right? That's going to be moving from data from one registry to the other register. And for example, and usually with these disassembly programs, they'll usually have an option where it shows you what each of these instructions mean. So for example, in IDA, there's an option called auto comment. When auto comment is enabled, it'll tell you what this instruction does. So for example, if the instruction is LEA, it's going to tell you, oh, this LEA stands for load effective address. And in x64 debug, there's an option you can turn on Minute Brief. It will tell you like a very brief description of what this particular instruction is. I think those are helpful if you're new to assembly language. Once again, you don't really need to understand assembly language and like very detailed. You just need to be able to somewhat read it to somewhat understand what this thing might do. And eventually, when you're used to reading assembly language, it'll come to you like second nature, and it's like eventually it gets to a point where it's like a lot easier to read. After the research, they public blog posts or keep the results internally reported somewhere or something. It depends how the company does their business. Some companies can't afford to publicize some of these reports. Some of them make their money off of these reports, i.e. they are not disclosed to public, but disclosed to paying customers. Either way, it's gonna be kept internally to some degree, so that, you know, in future, if we come across a rat or an operation similar to this, we might go back and look at previous records and see if there are anything that are similar to what's currently going on in the current case. Either or Ghidra REWorkshop next. I think that's more of a territory for malware deconstructed, where REWorkshop is more or less meant for A, it's unscripted, B, it's assuming that you have basic knowledge in whatever you're viewing, or in reverse engineering. With malware deconstructed, it's supposed to be a series where beginners can watch from beginning to the end to understand what and how these things work. And if I were to want to go into details in how things work, I like to, for example, if I'm gonna talk about IDA, I'm gonna like talk like very at least tell you guys all the basics that there is to know about IDA. So it's eventually gonna be in malware deconstructed, but that series is gonna take a whole longer to prepare because, well, first of all, I haven't prepped the script for it. I haven't decided what I want to do for next episode yet. And second, these things take a lot of time, especially malware deconstructed, because I actually have to script or have a rough idea of what I want to talk about and list the table of contents, and then write a rough draft of the script, and then start working on the slides, etc., etc. Last time, the first episode took me like a whole week to prep, and it really depends on whether or not I have that time and energy to do that. That's why I think episode 2 is gonna take a long time to come out. Of course, I'm gonna work on it eventually, of course, but it really depends on whether or not I have the time that week to start working on it. For this week and the last, actually for the next few coming weeks as well, I think I'm gonna be relatively busy with work and other things in general. You might have noticed that streams have been relatively sparse. It's also because I haven't been exactly well in terms of overall health. I've had terrible sleeps lately. My sleep schedule has been screwed so badly, and I even pushed back several streams for the last few weeks. So yeah, it's not because of work though. I'm just making that clear. The screwed up sleep schedule and whatnot. It's not because of work. It's just me in general. Work has been relatively alright otherwise. Yeah, you can look into. You can find crash courses or courses in general for these things, but I also want to stress it is totally possible to learn it by yourself. Of course, these courses might give you a more proper knowledge into things, but I pretty much learned assembly by just reading it. You know, if I have questions on how or what this particular instruction is, I just look it up. Everyone's gonna have their own different learning methods. My point is, yeah, you can either do it yourself or look at courses. There are a lot of resources online, etc., etc. I'm so tired. One more question. Alright, sure. Cake or pie? Honestly, I would usually answer cake, but I've so rarely had pie. I'm probably leaning more of a pie right now. So pies aren't exactly common in East Asia in general. So whenever I have them, yeah, it's usually a good time. Cake, they can usually be, for most cakes, they're usually sponge cake and like, they are usually overly sweet for me, like, and it's a little bit overrated. If you don't mind me asking, does your company know you're a VTuber? Yes, unfortunately. I mean, exactly, it's not like I've been particularly quiet about me being a VTuber. So it was in 2022. 2023. I forgot. At JSAC, I forgot it's 2022, 2023. I presented my presentation as this current model. Aside from that, it's not like I've never posted my links in Workshop or anything. So, yeah, I'd say they know fairly well. Whether what they think of it, I don't know. Good stream. All right. Let me guess while we're here. We can think about what to do for next stream, for next week. Let's see. What's next week looking like first? Thank you for the stream and take care. Thank you. Ah, screw it. I'll work on the schedule off stream. For now, I think that's it. Oh, I can't even raid you guys because I can't access the Twitch panel. Man, that sucks. Well, alright. In that case, I guess I'll just have to end the stream here. I was gonna hopefully raid someone, but like, Twitch does not want me let in the Twitch dashboard. I've tried all... Oh wait, I probably shouldn't show this. I've tried all the browsers. None of them work. Like, it keeps telling me... Here, let me show you the tweet. It keeps showing me your browser is currently not supported. Please use the recommended browser or learn here more. Like, I tried Firefox, I tried Edge, none of them work. They all say the same thing. Really annoying. And it's only just started happening after I rebooted earlier. Okay, anyways. Twitch gets annoying sometimes when there's slight anomaly of my browser if I change my UA. Yeah, I don't understand why it needs that additional verification. Like, none of the other services I've seen I've used have had similar gate. Okay, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
O mi o na 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 o na na mi o kwe na o